Welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Take Your Position. Today is an amazing day. It's another episode, and I'm excited to jump into it. Today, we have none other than the Death Watch Mandalorian TMS026 1/6 scale collectible figure from Hot Toys, and I am extremely excited about this. This is one of two, because I have the rule of two. You know, I have to keep it rule of two. I only do basically just two figures. I don't army build too much. It's just the one of two. You know, that's why I say one of two. Anyway, we have this figure in front of us right now. Like I said, you see the box, as always, you know, in all its glory. We have the Mando silhouette there. It's a beautiful painting. Around here, we basically have the band that they actually have around these boxes now. So hopefully they continue that on. I'm so excited to jump into this and pose this figure up. So as always, this is the box, but we have already got the accessories and the figure out, and voila, there it is. So you see everything, and I'll pan in just a tad bit so you guys can take a look at that. We have all the accessories out on the table. We have the assortment of hands. We have the Mando's jetpack. Now, I do like the paint application on that, so it's extremely decent. We have the blast effects for the jetpack, of course, so we will be utilizing these two. Again, I love the paint application on these hands. It's incredible, so we will be using these, of course. We have his blaster rifle. It's the Mandalorian blaster rifle. I do love this piece, so definitely will be utilizing this piece right here, as well as his blaster pistol. This thing looks insane. I mean, wow, that's decent. Definitely it is. Paint application on that is crazy. We have the figure stand right here. And now what we have in front of us is Mando, Death Watch Mando himself. This figure is so good. You know, so far, so good. What I'm actually seeing of it. I love the paint, the detail. I love his the garb, the material that they actually used in that. Yeah, I'm excited to jump into this. We should actually get off, or actually be able to pose some really decent ones. Now, I'm only going to actually do two poses. Last one I did with Miles, I did three. This one's going to only be two. You know, I don't want to, you know, do too much, but we're going to actually add some special pieces, some things that I kind of wanted to add in with this to kind of bring it more of a presence, but you'll see once we actually jump into this piece. But again, yes, this is the Death Watch Mando, and we will be posing this up, two different poses, so you can get an idea. Again, the objective of this particular show is to show you that yes, you can have museum poses, but if you want to kind of push past those boundaries and explore your imagination, you can pull off some very unique poses. So I'll show you how to do that. We're going to dive in that in just a second. So let's go.
I believe you love me every time you tell me so. But what love?
And we are back. And as you can see, we have the Death Watch Mandalorian right in front of us in all his glory. And I'm excited. And I'm excited for this particular pose that I'm actually going to pull off today. It's going to be sort of unique, and we're going to enlist the help of a few more items. But first, what we needed was basically his trigger hands. This is basically the hands that actually hold the pistol itself. Now, we're going to be utilizing these and also his blaster pistol. Now, we're not going to use both pistols because this hand is going to be served for a totally different purpose. Now, as you can see, I already have one of his blaster hands, or, you know, the trigger hands connected already. So we're going to put that blaster in first, like so, because I'm going to need that for a totally a different reason. So I'm going to lift that up and just be delicate. Again, you got to be careful with these pieces because you never know how it's going to come out. So give me a second here. Yep, get it like that. And we're going to get this piece connected because we're going to need this for a particular reason. So again, I have that blaster rifle in his hand. And again, I'm excited to pull off this piece. So yeah, have it like so. All right. So we have that there. Now, again, this is going to be served for a totally different purpose. So I just wanted to have that there first. Now we're going to also replace this one, this hand, get that out there. And be careful with these pegs because they're really delicate and you want to make sure that you don't break them. And we're going to slide that hand in like so, so that connects there. Again, we have that nice and secured. So that's what we always want to do. So yeah, that's there just the way I want it. Now, I told you this is going to serve a totally different purpose. And what we're trying to do is we're going to enlist 2 more pieces in the form, actually 3 more pieces in a form of these. Now, of course, if you will only see these if you actually have the deluxe version of Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. I have them, so, you know, I'm just kind of utilizing these for a particular purpose. So you'll see exactly what I'm trying to do here. Now, again, we want to give it some presence, and we're going to start number 1 with this piece right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this leg, because this is basically going to be, because he has a pistol here, in this case, this is going to be the dominant leg. So we're going to bend it like so, make sure we tilt it up, because we want to give him some type of presence. And you get rotation in the boot, and I love that you get the rotation like that in this boot. I do love that. So we're going to need that for a particular reason. Now, what I want to do to create this illusion is I want to slightly turn this out a bit, pull this leg up, because you're going to have it like this. Now, I'm going to have him to whereas right now he is standing on top, and you can see that, move this out the way, he's standing on top of this piece here. Now this is mainly, again, to give in your detox, we're going to give it a bit of presence. But we're going to find a way that we can do this to whereas it remains, you know, we're going to give it, you'll like this once I'm done with it, but we're going to find a way to whereas he's highly secure, and see, we have it just like that, boom. So he's secure on top of this piece, and we're going to take this piece, okay? Now, this is basically the arm, okay? This is the arm of that battle droid. Now, this is basically, I'm actually going to call this is somewhat of a museum pose, because if you have him in your DTOF, you know, you want to actually give it somewhat of presence. So just imagine if he's already done battle, you know, and this is basically something that we can utilize as a museum pose. He's already done battle. He's, you know, relishing over the simple fact that he's just ended battle. And we have him standing here. Now, right here, I want to tilt this slightly back like this. And what I want to do right here, because like I said, this is tricky. Now, mind you, it takes a bit of ingenuity, but I guarantee you can pull it off. You just have to kind of like just play around with it some. Okay, so again, I have the severed battle droid arm here, and I have the body here, like so, right under his boots. Now, what I want to do is bend this head down like he's looking a different way, okay? And right here, you're going to see this piece in front of him. Now, this is just basically a regular museum piece pose that we're going to have here. And this is just Mando letting you know, or the Death Watch Mando letting you know that he's just came out of battle. His objective, he's achieved his objective, and he's just letting you know, okay? This is simple. When I show you this pose, this is simple, and the reason why I did it this way is because, again, I wanted to show you how, yes, you can have him in a museum pose. You don't have to push past the integrity of the actual outfit, but you can still give it some presence in your DTOF. So if you see that, you see he's looking this way, you know, he's in charge. You know, we have the body, the, you know, severed body and a severed head of a battle droid, pretty much, you know, in front of him. He's holding the severed arm. He's standing on top of the body. He has his blaster pistol here. I mean, what can you say? Not much. And it's a simple pose. It's just quite simple, but it does give you a lot of presence. Now, as I always do, I take this camera out because I want you to actually see how we've done that. You see? Look at that. Look at that. And it's simple. It doesn't take too much. It's just a simple pose. Where he has that severed arm. He has his blaster rifle out in front of him. He has his head tilted to the side, looking down as if to say, yo, who wants what? Who wants it? Look at that. Look how masterful that looks. Different angles will actually show you the presence of this figure. Let me get this hand out the way. But look at that. Simple pose, didn't take much. It's quite simple. And this is how it'll look. And when you have it in your DTOF, and it's demanding, it's just letting you know like he's ready. Look at that. Look at that. Mind you, this is just pose one. Just pose one. I just wanted to kind of give you, you know, something where it's stoic, museum, but at the same time, it still gives you better presence. And that's what we're after. Presence in the DTOF, you know, and if you have two, just imagine if you have two of these figures, which I do, one behind him in mid-battle, him in front. That would be incredible. So again, it's a simple pose. It's not too much. Him standing on back of a damaged battle droid after he's done battle. Now, mind you, I'm just using this piece because, again, we don't actually have, and I don't have a battle droid yet. Hopefully we'll get him and they'll release him. Along with that super battle droid, we got to get that as well because it makes so much sense, you know, for the figure, especially for the Death Watch. So definitely hope we get that. But yeah, simple pose, and you still get the presence that you want, and you're not pushing past the integrity of the figure, especially if you're those who don't want to damage it. I completely understand that. Me, myself, I like the dynamics, so that's why I do it. But again, if you don't want to, you can just do something like this, and it is simple. Just use your imagination, grab pieces that you're probably not using for another figure, and just use it with this one. Again, Death Watch Mando, let's go. Let's go to pose number 2. Let's go. Back again. So for this final pose, we're going to get a bit more tricky and dynamic, as always. So this is going to require the dynamic stand, as well as the jetpack accessories. So these accessories are going to play a major role in this, along with the stand. So I'm glad we have this. Look at him. He's just a beast, incredible beast. So what we're going to do is turn that Mando over, even like this, even him standing like this, you know, just him basically just being like this. He just, so much presence. Anyway, we're going to turn this around. Now, what we are going to do is, again, add the actual effects. So let me actually take that, and that magnet is strong. Woo, almost had him tip over. I got you, buddy. So we're gonna actually add these effects to the back of his jetpack. And I like that it kind of maneuvers around like that. I didn't even notice that about the other ones, but I'm so glad I noticed it this time. But we're gonna have that there. So his jetpack can move up and down like that. I do love that. I have to look at the other ones because I never even knew that. That's amazing. Anyway, again, we have him ready, and we're going to utilize this stand to the best of its ability because we're going to just kind of give him like an aerial pose, but more like a powerful statement pose, I want to call it. So we have him. So this is what we're going to do. And I like that we do get ankle pivot in these boots because it's going to give me just what I want. And I'm going for a more, so I'm going to raise this arm a bit. Give me a second. Let's see here. So we'll raise that up outwards, and I like that it gives us the chance to do that. So let me see here, give me a second. We're gonna kind of play around with this one and get what we need when it comes to that. Now you gotta be careful with these joints. Make sure that you do, because these things are a tad bit tricky. And I wanna make sure that I get what I need out of him. Now, if I can't, because I think this one actually moves, and I think the joints in this figure in general are a bit stiff. It's not as, and the shoulders won't raise as much as you may want, and I think it has something to do with the padding. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to do something a tad bit different. All right, so I can't get the aerial pose that I want as far as his arms are concerned, because the joints are a tad bit stiff. A lot of people who basically have this, you know. So we're going to do something different. Do still, even though I can't get it there, I do get, you know, some ankle pivot. So I'm going to switch legs. We're going to have him here. We're going to actually put this leg down like that. All right. And I'm going to lift his head up like so. Now, a lot of this I have to see first. So I'm going to take off the jetpack because that'll be utilized in just a second. I want to get this pose right. So I'm going to actually have him twist it there, turn the head there. And we'll have it like he's basically, you know, he's taking off, has an objective. I'm going to switch out this hand, put like a more of a relaxed hand in it since he doesn't have the trigger. Now, I would have used the other one, the other blade, the other blaster rifle, but I think that for this, I don't really want to, and I do just favor the single-handed pistol that he has here. I think it's just badass. You'll probably see a couple of videos later on once I actually get him posed with the secondary, but you'll probably see it, you know, the other figure with the blast. But I like to pivot the waist like that. You're going to actually point the feet as far down as you can. So you want to, you know, have him pause it down. You want him to have it down a bit, you know, so it's going to actually indicate that he's in an aerial stance. So you connect, again, we're going to use that grabber, and we're going to connect it like so, bend it back, tilt it this way, because I want to give the indication that he's in the air, he's in mid-air, and he's taking off. So we'll do it like so, and again, I'm going to tilt this arm slightly back so you can see that. You can get a better view there. We'll tilt that back slightly like that. Lift the helmet up. We'll have his waist twisted slightly back like he's taking off. I want to tilt this arm up like so. Have this leg sort of up there to the back, mid-air. And then again, we're going to take this, pop it on the back so it's nicely secure. Tilt the head that way. Pistol out to the side. Leg cocked to the back, just like so. More presence, and I do like it gives us immense articulation with this figure. I love it. Even though I can't get the arms as high as I want, we'll improvise. We'll definitely improvise. But again, he has this trusty blaster in his hand. He's taking off. I like that effect in the back. Now, as you can see, in the back, there's no restrictions. We have him in his pose. He's taking off. Probably adds some effects, and you can even see it from this. And once I get the pictures in here, you'll actually see it. You'll see where I'm going through. I'll actually take the camera off of here so you'll see what I'm going for, the look I'm going for with this figure. But again, he's taking off. A little bit of a twist here. Hand out to the side as if, you know, it might have been. It's also, you got to keep in mind, in most cases with some people, especially with a jetpack, they'll probably get a running motion like we've seen in Mandalorian season 2 with Mando when he jumped off that cliff. He got sort of a running start. So just imagine if Mando is basically, or the Death Watch Mando, you know, if they're running, charging, you know, to get a lift, a more faster projection from the ground, pistol in hand, and without, you know, actual thought, he's ready to go. So, yep. Now, like again, this arm is out to the side here. This leg is mid-air like that. That leg is in the back. Bit of a pivot with the foot as if he's lift off. We have the projection effects in the back of the on his jetpack itself, arm to the side, and him looking up, ready to go. And it's just that simple. Nothing too much, but we just want to give it that effect, like he's lifting off. Now, I'm gonna show you how badass this is gonna look by removing the actual camera. Again, we'll take the camera off the stand like so, and look at that. So just depending on the angles you choose, you can see that lift off pose, sort of like he's lifting off. Left leg down, right leg up, running start, pistol on the side. You can see the jet propulsion in the back, and he's ready to go. I even like it from the ground up. Like if you actually look at it from this angle, you see that? I love that. Midair, ready to go. And even from this side, you can see the blaster effects. Love that. Amazing. Look at that. I like it. I like it. And there's so many different ways you can actually pose this figure. You find your own way. I'll find mine. Again, these are just some pointers, some ideas that give you, just so you have a tad bit more presence in your DTOF. There's a lot of great poses out there, and we pretty much want to give you just an idea of how you can have these figures posed up. Simple poses, utilize all the accessories that you have. For me, I just love this piece right here. I just love that single-handed blaster. And yeah, this is the guy. This is my guy. This is the Death Watch Mandalorian. And like I said, I live by the rule of two, so I have the second one posed up with him. But yeah, this is it, man. That's what I was going for. I hope you like it. I like it. I'm happy about it. Hope you are too. Again, if you like this video, as always, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And as always, prepare for my next video. This is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. This is the Mandalorian Death Watch figure. Again, I will be back with a couple more videos possibly this week. We have two other figures that are actually coming in. It is the Lando Calrissian, the 40th anniversary version, and also the Shore Trooper from Rogue One. So definitely we'll have those pieces in hand. And yeah, let's go. Death Watch Mandalorian. I will put this link at the very bottom. I did get this particular figure through Sideshow, so I'll put that link at the bottom where you can actually purchase it. But yeah, I hope you like this. More to come from the direction I'm taking with these pose videos. Not really doing too many more reviews. I just wanted to stick to pose videos and just give you something different. You know, you've seen them all. And like I said, my guy Justin, my guy Ryan, 6 Scale Mafia, KG, a couple of others. They have some great posing videos. I mean, great review videos. Me, myself, like I said, I just want to stick to poses because, again, you know, we all have a space. We have our niche, and I just wanted to find mine. LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. As always, it's been a pleasure, you know, giving you something different. Until next time, take your position. Let's go.